Hello, lovely people. I'm Nancy.
I'm Priyasha.
And welcome back to the Peas, Pods, and People podcast, episode 2 on Asian, American, and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. Whoop, whoop, it's our month!
Yep.
I'm here with my famous homemade... I actually don't have a name for these ones. I think they're...
Rose something.
Rose Vanilla Floats. Vanilla Rose Floats.
Just
She's
vanilla,
so good.
cold foam, and then rose milk. Right?
Yes. And cinnamon.
Yes. And
Cheers.
cinnamon. Yay. It's actually really good.
They're so good. Bomb. Anyways. So, the two very important people we want to be talking about today are Vera Wang and Ali Carvalho.
Yep.
Yeah. I said her name right. Yay.
Yay! We might mess up the names a few times because
yeah,
because we're just
I'm just a kid. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. But yeah, no, because we're people too, and we're trying our best. And we love these people.
People try
So,
best.
I want to talk about a little bit about the background of Asian American Heritage Month and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. So basically, this tradition of celebrating it's like AAPI in general, Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders, started back all the way in 1978. Wow. That is been a long time. And at first, it was just celebrated as kind of this week of celebrations. It was changed. It's changed so much over the years, and it changed from a week to a month. So now we have the month of May. Whoa, guys! As you can tell, it's been a long day filming.
It has been a long day. We tell them about the
and they said,
wait, should we tell them about
So yeah, do you wanna?
Okay, so basically we filmed this beforehand.
Yeah, we filmed. Okay, so basically we were filming, but we were filming on mute.
There was the mute button pressed on the computer. I don't know how it got pressed, but it got pressed. Recorded the whole thing.
Oh, I typically have my computer because I don't want my computer listening to me. Okay, because
right, okay,
guys,
makes sense.
do you ever have a conversation with somebody and then randomly get an ad on your computer advertising the same exact thing? It's so creepy. Oh my god, little milk mustache.
I know, we're very silent when I swallowed.
Okay, yeah, but yeah. Anyways, so I'm gonna talk about Vera Wang, who is literally 76, still slaying.
Still slaying.
76 and still slaying. I wish to become as bad as her.
I know, especially
because look at her at the Met.
Oh my gosh, yeah, the Met Gala. That was very cool.
Oh my gosh, she's so cool.
Her outfit was really pretty too.
It was. I love the outfits of the Met, but that's a topic for another time.
That is.
So basically, some information about Vera Wang was that she was born June 27th, 1949, in New York City to a wealthy Chinese immigrant parents. At first, there was many things that she wanted to do with her life. She started ice skating at the age of 5, and she was on track to become this professional Olympic ice skater, but she wasn't able to qualify. And then she also she was also a pre-med student, but after she spent a semester in Sorbonne, Paris, she really discovered her love for art and fashion. And yeah,
go follow your passions.
Yes, which shows that even though she wasn't able to get into the Olympics, she still became this amazing person because of her drive and discipline. Because literally rejection is redirection. Guys, y'all need to hear that.
And also just follow your passions. Follow things that you're passionate about.
Follow your dreams.
Yes. So it's never too late. Because she changed. She so many times. She went from figure skating, pre-med, and then she went into fashion, and that's I feel that's in a way kind of relatable, because I feel going in we're juniors and going into college next year, in 2 years, we have something set out, but then that can change, and then it could just keep on changing, It's there isn't this one set path, but just follow what you want. Which I think is really inspirational.
Because we're always changing, and we're always growing up.
And our minds just change, and
sorry, my iPad
glitches.
It's been glitching. Okay, so a quote from Vera Wang I really love is how she says, "I can't say it's been easy, but I've grown from the challenges, and I keep learning. The day I stop learning is probably just the day I'll just stop." From Vera Wang.
Very inspirational.
Iconic. So I want to talk about some of her. She's got some really cool awards. This girl, the coolest, literally. So she was awarded the 1993 Chinese American Planning Council's Honorary of the Year award.
That's yes.
Wow, yeah. Like the 1994 Girl Scouts Council Woman of Distinction Award. She was also part of the CFDA, which is the Council of Fashion Designers of America. Literally just learned that was a thing.
Right. Wow,
Yeah.
that's like cool.
Also, this like little full circle moment I thought she was like was so cool is the fact that she has been also designing the outfits of Olympic figure skaters, including 1994 Olympics figure skater Nancy Kerry and my twin
Nancy's.
And she's also partnered with brands like Zales, Dave's Bridal. She's partnered with Zales to create like these engagement ring line. If you don't know what Zales is, I didn't know what Zales is.
Yeah, I have no
it's a jewelry brand.
That is cool.
And she partnered with Dave's Bridal and Men's Warehouse. And she also, one other fun fact I did not know, she won the Sandra Taub Humanitarian Award by the Breast Cancer Research Foundation.
That's really interesting.
And her like designs have been featured in so many movies, and she's also designed uniforms in 2003 for the Philadelphia Eagles cheerleading team, which I think is super cool. It just shows how
everywhere.
Yeah, she's everywhere. It just shows how versatile she is.
Yeah.
And honestly, like the one thing I took away from this is that Vera Wang's creativity, versatility, and just persistence like reshape the modern definition of couture.
That is pretty inspirational.
Yeah.
And just like having that representation in the fashion industry for like so many young girls out there like looking up to that, I think it's amazing.
Can we take a break
already?
No,
A few minutes later.
Next important figure,
AAPI Carvalho. And now you guys probably know her from her job of voice acting for Moana, which is a movie, yes, that we've like basically grown up with.
Watched it 6-7 times. Just so done with me, guys.
But it's an amazing movie. It's great. It shows great culture. It just shows empowerment. Moana taking on a stance and going on her journey. It's pretty emotional. I'm pretty sure her grandma died in the movie, and I remember I cried once.
I literally cried. No, me and my cousin literally cried like while watching the movie. No, because like the older sister had to like leave the younger sister, and she was like, "Oh, you're leaving me."
Wait, isn't that in the second movie?
Yeah, she still voices Moana, bro. Bro, I was talking about the first movie. I was talking about Moana movies in general.
Okay, yeah. Okay, well that was sad too. I thought the sister was.
Yeah, the sister was so cute, and like, yeah, and she was like, "Oh, you're gonna leave me for college." Like
that is sad.
Yeah, it was sad.
Anyways,
so on to better things.
So AAPI Carvalho, she is Hawaiian and is also of Portuguese, Puerto Rican, Chinese, and Irish descent. Her birthday is November 22nd, year 2000. And according to famous birthdays, she was raised in the small town of Kohala, I'm sorry about the pronunciation, by her mother, Puanani Carvalho, who has been an administrative assistant. So that's pretty cool. She was in the honors program of her school, as well as a soprano in her school's glee club. And a glee club is like a small choir ensemble. And like what I heard about that was like, that makes sense because her voice is absolutely gorgeous.
Out of this world.
How Far I'll Go was like that song. So pretty.
Yeah, I know.
I loved her voice. Her voice just made the song. You know, like you could listen to countless covers. It was like her voice that just really stood out. And yeah, that song was like my childhood. Yeah. It's very amazing.
Yes.
And also we got to kind of learn a bit about, I guess, her past and her like the home that she's grown up in since she was little. So it says that we lived in a one-bedroom apartment in Mililani. I'm so sorry about the pronunciation. When I was cast. So this is when she was cast for Moana, I believe. I slept in the bedroom. My mom slept on the couch. She gave me everything. And that was with an interview with People magazine. And I think she really does emphasize the sacrifices of her parents, especially her mother, and the sacrifices that they made for her while she pursued her career in acting. And also just like, I'm pretty sure she was around like 16, like around our age, basically, when she voice acted for Moana. Yeah. So just thinking about like the sacrifices that her parents made for her, like their support for her, her young age, I think just putting that all together. I'm like trying to put myself in that perspective. And
like literally the discipline it must have been able to like take, because like literally there's sometimes like I don't even want to go to school. Yeah, sometimes, but like literally like okay, like having like this like full-time job at like 16, well, which I can't imagine. I'm unemployed.
Me too.
Yeah, guys. So, but like literally the fact that she was so disciplined to like take on these like really big roles, to just like take upon,
imagine like how much pressure you have from like the world just watching you, because like
and like to have that like amount of responsibility.
Yeah, and also like just the parental support, especially. I really liked how she emphasized that, because I think parents, like, their support is very important. I don't know, does Vera Wang have any similarities?
And we were talking about this like last EP too. Yeah, about just like how like parents influence their children, and I also like had some connections to Vera Wang, as like her parents really like drove her to like go big and like put her in all these like prestigious programs like the American School of Ballet.
They facilitated her success.
And like literally like put her in ice skating since she was 5. And she also like they pushed her to like just like, you know, go for it. Like she literally was like training to become an Olympic skater, like as I said, like to like go like to like just like pursue her
fulfill like what she
to like do the best at like what she loved. And
just look at her success. I mean, like almost an Olympic skater, pre-med, and then she's like this really famous person in the fashion industry, making all these designs. That's like a whole bunch of success. And I think parental support definitely probably plays a big role in that, regardless.
It also like ties into like how she grew up as a kid, because like she did live a life of privilege which she was able to have because of her parents, and that definitely like played a role in her like ability to like make business ventures, as her dad invested in her like bridal boutique, which was one of her first ones that she had in the prestigious
looking for the name.
I got it, almost there. The prestigious upscale Carlisle Hotel in New York City. Wow. And she was able to like immediately attract these like socialite audiences because of her parents' support. And it kind of just shows like even though these two people are so talented, they couldn't do it alone.
Yeah. I mean, they had their drive for sure, but
and they had these like amazing talents and capabilities.
So that's really cool.
Yeah. We thought
sorry. No. Another thing about Ellie, she was talking about how she related to her character of Moana and how they're similar. And so she said, she and I have both felt the growing pains of leaving home and the big celebration of coming back and seeing how our families have changed. I still see so much of myself in her strength and vulnerability. So again, like she's like correlating, like going back to Moana and like what Moana did in the movie, because she had to go on that journey. I think it was to get the heart of
Zephyr.
Yes. And then she came back and was, you know, reunited with her family, and like changes happen. And it's really cool to see how like that's reflected in her as a person. Like you're portraying a character that you can see in yourself. And, you know, again, like trying to put myself as well in her perspective, I think I would totally miss my family, because we're basically the same age, like the age that she started filming Moana. That'd be the same age as us. So like just imagining leaving your family,
believable,
and then coming back, like
like the amount of strength that must have took.
Yeah. So I think that's
like, just cool. Like to like go out there and find yourself in general, and to pursue what it is you love.
Of course. And a personal quote that I thought was really nice. She says, "Being Pacific Islander, AAPI, or just a person of color, where you feel a little bit out of place, just know that when you plant your feet, you stand in your own power." And I think that's just a really empowering quote, especially as someone who is a person of color, who is Asian American. I think, like, it can be, you feel out of place. You can feel out of place. Sorry, I just, like, stumbled 5 minutes.
No, it's okay. This is me too, Queen.
Yeah, just, like, you can feel out of place. You can kind of wonder. I think this almost goes back to our last episode about immigrant culture. You know, there's obviously differences in this, like the society that you kind of see around you and maybe your internal home environment and like just differences in between those two things. And yeah, it's just knowing how to kind of stand for yourself and embrace your identity.
Yeah, it's like navigate.
Really important. And I think she does that amazingly. She's out here, she's taking on so many acting roles, and
she's advocating.
She's advocating as well. She uses her platform. She advocates for the...
I don't know where that came from. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Continue. She advocates for the LGBTQ plus community as well. She came out as bisexual, and she actually stood up about it's the Don't Say Gay bill that was passed in Florida. And she told IndieWire, "We know representation is important, but real life is bills and laws being pushed forward by lawmakers that are directly funded by corporations. It's important that they be on the right side of history and listen." And she says, step up and say what's right and what's wrong, and say gay for God's sake. God's sakes, people are gay. So like, having a platform and using that to speak up about things like this, I think that's also very inspirational. She's obviously not just representation for Pacific Islanders, but also like different communities. And I think that's really amazing.
Yeah, like she's just been the source of strength, and which is like really inspiring. Like I feel like these two women are just like insanely cool. They're like insanely inspiring, and like the amount of like dedication that they had to like put into like their work and their craft. Yeah, and, like the amount, because like for example, for like Vera Wang, like with the entire like ice skating thing, and I know I've focused a lot on her childhood, but she also like probably had to work so hard getting into Vogue, which is like an insanely like competitive position. And even like things like literally like when she was working for Vogue, she didn't even like have time to like actually like focus on her own designs. And then like as soon as like she's done with that, she decides to like, you know, hop right into doing the next thing. Even like when she was like little, like she still has that like dedication, discipline, like competitive ice skating, like no joke, definitely. Like you see these like Olympic level like ice skaters like doing these like flips and like leaps, and like I mean I don't know all of them do flips, but like
just genuinely putting in work into your, just like genuinely putting hard work into your craft.
Yeah,
and just I thought it was so cool that she just does
like following your passion. Like she has like seriously like
I think that's also like kind of a moral, I guess. Not a moral, I don't want to make this like a lesson, but kind of just something to take away.
Life lessons from
people.
Oh.
What are you saying, bro?
The people of the peas.
The people of the peas. The pea people, you guys need to follow the game. Wait, what did I say? Did I say the pea people? We need to come up with a name for you guys. The pea people. Peas, you know, like big peas.
The peas.
Like A.
Okay, wait. So,
anyways, going back to it, like, okay, key takeaways: just follow your passions, do things that motivate you, that you're passionate about. You know, to have that drive, and like that. We all have different upbringings. We all come from different families, and just keep going, keep doing what you're doing. Stand up for yourself, your identity. You know, like really look up to people that represent you, and just doing what you're doing.
Yeah, sure. Anyways, peace out, guys.
Peace out.
We love you.
Come up with a name.
Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And please come up with a name for what you guys want to be called.
We don't want to call you the pea people.
I'm not using that. Bye, stinkies. We love you.